assignments, doubts, exams. We have got you back. EduPlanner make every chapter easy to understand. Stay tuned, learn more, grow with us.
The first ionization energy is the energy required to remove the outermost electron. So let's highlight the outermost electron in all of these electron configurations. In the first one, it's going to be the electron that occupies the 3p orbital. In B is also going to be an electron that occupies the 3p orbital. And in C, it's going to be the electron that occupies the 4s orbital. Now let's look at what happens when we remove the outermost electron from all of these electron configurations. In A, if we remove the one electron in the 3p orbital, the entire p orbital can be removed from the electron configuration because there's no longer any electrons that are going to occupy in that space. In B, if we remove one of the electrons from the p orbital, we're still going to have 4 electrons that are going to occupy the p orbital. So it becomes 3p4. Finally, in C, if we remove the 4s electron, we are left with a complete 3p6 orbital. A complete p orbital, in addition to a complete s orbital, as we can see in C, leaves a complete octet. This is very favorable, and atoms tend to want to move towards having a complete octet because of the stability. Since the electron removal is favorable, it requires less energy, which means it requires a lower ionization energy 1. So we can deduce that C is going to have the lowest ionization energy. In order to determine which of the following has the highest ionization energy, let's compare the unfavorability of the first two. In the first electron configuration in A, we are still left with a complete orbital, 3s2. Even though it's not an octet, it's still pretty stable. So it's somewhat favorable. Since the orbital is still complete. In B, we are left with only a partially filled p orbital. In addition, originally, since B had 5 electrons occupying the p orbital, it was only 1 electron away from being a complete octet. So by removing the electron, it actually makes it farther from being an octet than it would have been. So it's actually very unfavorable to remove the electron. If something is more unfavorable, that means it requires a higher ionization energy because it requires more energy to occur. So our highest ionization energy can be assigned to B.